Hello and welcome to the Every Other Saturday podcast for it could be the very final episode of the season. We've said that for about 3-4 weeks now, but I think this could be the very last podcast of the season. What way to end it on the Euro 2020 predictions. The tournament's starting this week, buzzing for it. The friendlies are all over and done with, so we're going to give our thoughts using the Euro 2020 prediction website to do it. There'll be a lot of share screen stuff going on in this one for the YouTube viewers, but for the Spotify viewers, you'll just need to listen to us talking our pish. But we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about, it seems every Tuesday we go to record the podcast, Rangers news happens. There's a wee bit of news on the Rangers front to bring to you today and our thoughts on that. And Lewis has got something prepared for me as well, which we'll talk about at the start of the episode as well. So before we get into all that, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, very much appreciated. I think we're on nearly 10 subscribers off 200, so getting up there. And if you're listening on Spotify, as always, keep listening, sharing about. That is much appreciated. So the first thing then on the agenda, Rangers news. It was confirmed that Greg Stewart and Zungu, came to no surprise, obviously, that those two would be departing. Brought a tear to my eye, though, when I seen Greg Stewart was departing for yourself. Two guys I wish nothing but the best in their careers. Obviously, we're a bit short in the mark this season, but all their contributions are remembered for what is a historic season, and they go with my best wishes. What about yourself?
Absolutely, mate. As I said to you when we were recording podcast a couple of weeks back, celebrating the title, if there was anybody you could swap a life with just for 1 year, it would be Greg Stewart, just to watch Rangers play football.
He actually had the first class seat of the full season.
Exactly. And as you say, with Zungu as well, do you know what I mean? Send them all with the best well wishes. They played a part in historic season for us, and just all the best to them.
All the best to them in their future. But the bigger news coming out of the Rangers camp today was Germaine Defoe has signed that extension on his contract, which I'm buzzing with. Player coach role. It'll be nice to see how he takes his career further into the coaching role. His first step with that is with Rangers, and we've still got him as a player if we ever need him. We've relied on Defoe a couple of times this season to get his goals. Even in previous seasons, I remember the one fondly when he came off the bench against Aberdeen, slotted at home to make it 4-2 that night. He scored a hat-trick against Hibs, if I can remember rightly, at home. Celtic, Aberdeen goals this season, so I'm buzzing to have this guy for another season. What an influence he's going to be to everybody in the dressing room, players that come in and out. Fashion Sakala as well, I've seen a few of his interviews on there. I think he's going to benefit really greatly for Germaine Defoe next season, so happy for Defoe. I'm pretty sure you're as well.
I'm ecstatic for Defoe, just like yourself, mate. It's just, we all wanted him to be able to play one last game in front of the fans, especially the Ibrox crowd. So it's just fantastic. And as you're saying with the other lad that's coming in, the interviews he's been doing, wow, this guy knows what he's coming in for. And as you're saying with the experience of Germaine Defoe, that's just going to help him massively. So I'm happy staying around. But as I say, mate, I've got a quiz. Let's get into it.
Aye, it's a quiz. Let's get into it. Rangers, we're always going to try and bring a Rangers portion to the podcast, but as I said, this possibly is the last one before we wrap up for the summer. We'll be moving to our YouTube channel, to look at more Euro content over there as well, but we'll bring you that on our Twitter when we figure out what to do. So, give me this quiz then. What am I playing here?
Well, you're playing, as I said to you, we were also a Rangers sort of channel, so I thought we'll make it Rangers ex-players sort of kind of vibe here, who have had moments at the Euros, right. And also maybe players who've played against the Rangers who have had moments at the Euros. So the first one I thought is just an easy one.
Mm-hmm.
Which ex-Rangers player is currently managing the Dutch?
The Dutch?
The Dutch.
Aye, Frank de Boer.
Correct.
Frank de Boer. I don't know if I rate him quite as a manager yet, but...
No, I don't know. I don't know about as a manager. Which ex-Rangers player scored for Northern Ireland against Ukraine at the 2016 Euros?
Stephen Davis.
Wrong. I'll give you a second
guess. Was it Gareth McAuley?
It was, mate. It was indeed.
Yes. I remember that one now. Gareth McAuley, he kind of vanished, didn't he, for Rangers? So he played and that was never seen him again.
That was it, mate.
Aye.
Another one here for the 2016 Euros. We've got which ex-Rangers player scored for Slovakia against Russia?
Vladimir
He's
Weiss.
playing at this tournament as well. Yes, he is. Yes, he's playing at this tournament now, by the way.
Still
Incredible.
going strong.
Yep. Here's a touchy one, I would say. Which ex-Rangers player missed apparently in a penalty shootout against Spain in 2012?
Ex-Rangers player missed a penalty. For what team did he play for though?
CR7, Pepe, that team.
Pedro Mendes. I don't even know.
Bruno Alves.
Bruno Alves. There's another
Missed a
one.
penalty.
Jesus Christ, I forgot he played for Portugal for that long.
Second last one here. Which ex-Rangers player scored for Croatia in a 3-1 win over Republic of Ireland in the 2012 Euros? He's a hero for me and you, come on. Yes, good start, yes. Second last question here, Jack. This is the player who isn't an ex-Rangers player here, but he's played against us this season. Who scored the 2 penalties at the 2016 Euros for Romania and has played against Rangers in this season?
Nicholas Stanciu.
I was making for him. Yes, well done, son. And last but not least, no, I'm only joking. I was going to say sing the national anthem, mate, but I don't think you'd do that. But no, that was the questions there, mate. I thought I'd just challenge your Euro brain. Try and bring it Rangers related as well.
I like that. I like that a lot. Actually, threw me off with quite a few of them. I felt like Northern Ireland, obvious. It's going to be Davison, and you remember Gareth McCauley played for us as well. So I enjoyed that. Maybe that's something we can bring into the podcast next season. We do quizzes with each other every week, we guess, and stuff like that. So we'll have a look at that and really enjoyed that. So
I thought you would have got the Bruno Alves. Honestly,
you know what? I couldn't think anybody that would have been in a Portugal team that played for Rangers in 2012. I'm like, what? But Bruno Alves was that guy. I enjoyed that. Anything else you would like to touch on then before we get into our predictions?
No, mate, no. Let's just get straight into these and let's start off with you then, eh?
So let's see if I can share screen and let's see if this works good. So, share. There we go. Wee thumbnail teaser for you. But I'll close these tabs over. Right. If you can see my screen, great. I don't know if this will translate into the actual video, but I've got all my groups here. This is A, B, and C for me. So we're starting off Turkey. I think Turkey are going to have an absolutely great tournament. They're really my dark horses going into this. Yusuf Yazici, Burak Yilmaz, Kabak, Soyuncu, Kalanoglu. I feel like they've got a really strong team, actually. And I feel they have a good pathway getting out of the group as well. So Italy close second. I feel like Italy maybe are on that resurgence again, where they've got Chiesa and Immobile, obviously, he's a talisman. They've got young, we sort of well-known players in there as well. They could very easily finish top of the group. I think Turkey and then Switzerland and Wales Wales don't look strong at all. Obviously, they've got Bale and he can do anything, but he's getting older now. Switzerland, I don't know. I just don't see much happening for them. They've always kind of been an underperforming team, but that's how I see Group A going. B, Belgium, Denmark, Finland, Russia. I think, even though I don't think Belgium's team is up to what it used to be, Belgium will still finish top of the group, in my opinion. Denmark, another one of those teams I think could possibly have a dark horse story in this tournament. A lot of decent players in there as well. Finland, our very own Glenn Kamara, I'm looking to see a lot for him in this tournament. Hopefully he has a breakout tournament himself. And I'm excited to see how Finland do. But I put them at third in Russia. I know you said off here they could be a surprise for everybody, but I've put them fourth. I'm backing my boy Glenn for third place. And then Group C, I've went Austria top. I just don't see the hype in the Netherlands, to be honest with you. A lot of good talent in there, of course. They've lost Donny van de Beek today through injury. But I don't see them being as good as they could be. Austria, they surprise a lot of people. Scotland have played them a few times. Close games, so I could see them having a surprise. Ukraine third and Macedonia fourth. I don't think that comes as any surprise personally. So that's my three groups. If you want to go ahead and share your screen, and we're going to yours.
No surprise. Right, mate. Let's get into mine. What is getting to mind? Here we go. Right. We there? Do you share my screen now?
You just
There
need
we
to
are.
scroll up a wee bit.
We will scroll up a wee bit, son. We'll
There
get
you
down there.
go.
Don't you worry, we'll get down there. So here we go. Here we go. Here's my predictions right here. Italy, I agree. They are seeming to be on a resurgence, sort of youthful midfield, I would say.
I like
Get the
Barella. I
experience at the
like
back
Barella
as
and
well.
stuff like that, and Bonucci, Chiellini, and that.
Well, as you're saying with Turkey, I'm the same. I think Turkey are a real underdog in this tournament. Maybe a bit of a young defence, I would say, maybe. But I think we're agreement, as you said, with third and fourth in this group. I really don't see Wales doing anything. They lost a scumbag and a manager. We won't talk about him. Switzerland, I mean, they're a nice nation, aren't they? I wouldn't mind going there. Do you know what I mean? But I don't think they'll do much in this tournament, to be honest with you. Bam, the Russians. We've went for the Belgians. They'll clearly top this group. I'd love it if they didn't. I think they're overhyped, to be honest with you. You've got somebody like Martinez in charge. I don't know how he got that job, but can't see them winning anything. Russia, for me, I just feel like they're underdogs, man, and they've got that big boy up top, as I said in the World Cup, man. When we were off
Yeah,
there, I feel like him. A couple of decent players in the middle of the park as well. I know they've got that Brazilian at right back who somehow can play for
play for
them. I
Russia. I
don't know
know.
why, but Glenn, I'll tell you my story with Glenn Kamara is I would like him back early because the boy needs a wee bit of rest before the Champions League starts up, in my opinion. Over to Group C, I'm the same with you with the Dutch. I feel the Dutch are a bit. I mean, they've lost their best. Well, I would say their best player probably in Virgil van Dijk, leader, captain. I know he was at the game where Scotland should have beat them, but the referee cost us that, so it doesn't really matter. Ukraine, I feel like Ukraine are going to. I don't think Austria ain't special, really, mate. I just think Ukraine are going to come out second on that group. I know Alioski's going to the tournament, probably see some hijinks for him, but I just can't. I just don't see them doing anything, to be honest with you. It'd be nice to see somebody, a nation like that, do something. But aye, that's my sort of first three, Jack. I'll go back to
First three.
yourself.
Cool. Aye. Bit of difference in opinion there with that one, but that's what it's all about. Aye, so these are my next three then. I have went with Group D, the one we'll be paying attention to the most for a lot of reasons. England, I feel top it. This isn't just... I think England have a really strong team to be able to go far in this tournament. Maybe their pathway after the group, if they finish first, is a bit hard, but I think England will top it. A lot of talent within the squad. Croatia second for me. I feel a lot of people are writing Croatia off. Like, don't forget 2018 World Cup final. They got there, they beat England. They could very easily top the group, in my opinion, as well. A really strong team. Paying attention to Barisic in this one as well. Hoping he has a strong tournament. Not too strong, though, because I would like Scotland to obviously be up there. I've put Scotland at third, though. I feel it could either go one of two ways for Scotland. It could go absolutely amazing, where they just blow everybody away, or it could just be they lose every game or something like that. And I feel like they'll be in the middle. They'll win a game, but I don't feel that they've got enough to be able to go and beat England and Croatia, but I might be wrong with that. Czech Republic fourth. They are scum, of course, with the whole incident with Kamara. Group E, I've went with Spain topping it. A lot of good talent in the Spain squad, as you taught me and Sam Footy Adventures last week in the podcast. A lot of good talent within there. Sweden, I feel, have a really strong team as well. They'll miss Zlatan in this tournament. Poland could be neck and neck with them, though. I feel I've put Poland at third. Lewandowski could easily just win you the group himself. So I've put them at third. Slovakia fourth. I don't see much for them. And then Group F is a really fucking tough group to pick. Hungary I've put at fourth, but then the other three teams are superstar teams like France. It's a really strong team. World Cup winners, of course. Probably the strongest team in the tournament for me. Portugal, another one I feel could go on to win it. And Germany, I feel like they're going to flop, but you never know with Germany. And I'll do my third place teams as well now. Group A, I've got Switzerland going through. I've got Scotland, Poland, and Germany all going through as well. So that's how personally I see the groups going. Could be very different for that. There's a few sort of ones that are neck and neck, like Group F, Group E, Group D. They're all really hard to pick, but that's what I've gone with so far.
Oh, fair play, mate. Fair play. All right, let's get back into this from my point of view and my angle here, Jack boy. And sorry, Jack, but here comes the rant. All right, let me tell you what's going to happen here. Same as always, right? Let me show the badge off. No, same as always in these tournaments. England are going to do this. England have got wonderful talent. England are brilliant, and that they are. They're a good side. I really do feel like they're a good side. But I am going with the heart in this one, Jack. I'm going with a bit of passion here. I back my nation to do something at this tournament. I feel like in the England game especially, I can see us maybe getting a good result against him, especially with the balls getting crossed into the box on Lyndon Dykes' head. Hopefully he can put them in the net this time. At the weekend there, he seemed to struggle with it. But for me, I just feel like got to back your nation in this, mate. You've got to show a bit of pride and a bit of passion, a bit of fight. As Neil Warnock would say, I want to see a tackle. I want to see some tackling for Scotland in this game. Croatia on the same year, I feel like people are just writing them off. Fun fact, Scotland, I think, are unbeaten against Croatia. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure they are. And I don't know. I think England will finish third in this group. I really do. Group E, I know for what I'm seeing from the Twitter, I follow a lot of Spanish accounts. I see that they're sort of a bit unhappy with the manager over some decisions he's made because Busquets can't play because of COVID or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And then Poland, I know the manager's been in charge since I think it's January. I'm not too sure, but he's not really had enough time, I think, to work with the team on maybe what he wants to do. But who knows? Sweden, because they're missing Zlatan, I've put them rock bottom. And I just think Slovakia will maybe shock somebody and go through second. As you said, Group F's just a tough group to predict. France, I feel like, as you said, the best team going into this. I know people are hyping Portugal up. And Germany, I think people might be sleeping on Germany a wee bit. I know defensively, I know that's the thing. Apparently with them that they're not as strong defensively, but I still think they're a good side, man. When you've got the players that they've got, it's how are you not going to do well at a tournament like this? And then third place, Jack, let's go for third place, right? So we'll go for the Germans, we'll go for the Polish, we'll go for the English, and we'll go for the Denmark. There we go. We'll go for the Denmark, Jack, since you seem to like them so much. I like the Denmark
Fair
and all,
enough. Fair
but we'll
enough.
see what happens here, eh?
A lot of good points there. I feel it's the same with England as well. I watched a bit of their game to try and see a bit of Hadji against them, against Romania the other day, and they look like they're struggling a bit. Their team is strong, but it just doesn't seem like, for whatever reason, it's working at the moment. But
that's the thing, mate. That's the thing all the time with him that you hear. Oh, what a team we've got, this and that, and what a team they do have, and a team like that should do well at this tournament and should be in the latter stages with the France and the Germanys. But for some reason, I don't know what it is with them. They collapse when it's major tournaments. Yes, World Cup, they got to the semis. You could say it's a bit of an easy road, but I mean, that Colombian game was a real tough game, I would say. But as people say, oh, they played Croatia, a decent team, and then they went out. But who knows? I don't know. I personally, I'm going with my nation, Jack. I'm showing a bit of pride about it. Come on, man, let's go for
and
this.
And then the Scotland thing, of course, if I was speaking for my heart, what I wanted to happen, Scotland would be first. But I feel that Scotland's problems lie with putting the ball in the back of the net. Like, how many chances are you going to give Lyndon Dykes? Like, Shea Adams obviously put one away, but loads and loads of chances missed against Luxembourg, and that sort of worries me a week going into a tournament. Like, that's not there yet. I do agree, though, with a lot of people. Gilmore, Patterson should be on that team sheet, like, no shadow of doubt. We're not shoehorning people like Ryan Christian just because of what they've done. Stephen O'Donnell, put the guys in. Let's see what they can do. That's the thing I want to see in this tournament. I want to see is actually going, like, actually have ambition, not just, we'll play for a point here and there, try and get third place and get through. I want to actually go and see us challenge top the group if we can beat England at Wembley. Obviously, that'd be great for everybody involved. So if they can sort the issues in front of goal out and get the best team on the park, even Kevin Nisbet coming on against Holland the other day, getting his goal. I'm not going to not mention my man Nisbet. I hope he has a really good tournament as well. So I'm just excited to see a lot of players, and I'm excited to see how Scotland are doing this, and hopefully they sort all the issues out and have a good tournament.
But this is what I'm saying with you, right? As I said, there's obviously, even we watch the YouTube like everyone else. I've seen a lot of people, say that basically talking out their backside about us. They clearly don't watch us, and if they were really watching us, they would know that majority of the time it's boring, right? That game at the weekend, Billy Gilmore came up and lighted it up. You put your phone down, you started paying attention because Gilmore was playing. And I'm saying it, mate. I know everyone goes on about it all the time, but see if there's a chance for us to get him, for Rangers to get him, please. I need to see Steven Gerrard mould him even
Aye.
more. Do you know what I mean? Like, please. But I'm the same way. Patterson and Gilmore have to play. McGregor has to be dropped. The guy's played too much football. He needs a break. You can't just keep shoehorning him in there for me. I don't know about yourself, but obviously we don't watch Celtic when we watch them when we play them. But I don't know. I just feel like Ryan Christie plays better for us than he does for Celtic. Maybe I don't know.
Aye.
But I'm the same with the London Dykes. I thought up until after the Che Adams goal, sorry, I thought he played a bit better the second half. So many chances, he needs to put them in the net. But I'd like to see your boy Nisbet as well. I was happy he got his goal against the Dutch. Refereeing really cost us in that game. But I'm just excited, you know what I mean? Win, lose or draw, I'm just happy that for the first time me and you are going to witness our nation actually be at a tournament. I'm having the face paint one. I'm going through Ultimate Warrior. I'll tell you something. We beat the English. Tops off. We're celebrating. Let's go. George Square will be full again. We'll be there. I'll tell you that.
Aye. No, you're not wrong. But I agree with the points you're saying as well. Totally behind Scotland. Totally behind us having a good tournament. Just need the right pieces of the puzzle to be put into place. And Steve Clarke, not his biggest fan at all, but I'm just hoping he does it in the end. I'd like to see a lot of David Turnbull as well. I feel like Turnbull, Gilmore, even Patterson, I'm not just saying this, but even when he came on the other day, head and shoulders above anything that Stephen O'Donnell could do. Really impressed by him. And then the defence is a worry for me, central defence. Like Jack Hendry, I'm not fully convinced. Liam Cooper, obviously Premier League captain, should be great, but I don't know what it is with Scotland. I'm a bit iffy with him. Kieran Tierney at centre back, he's just got so much going forward that I don't like him being used at centre back. But then you can't take Andy Robertson out, so obviously it's a dilemma. Steve Clarke's in with that situation, but
that's sorry to cut you off, mate. See that situation there with Robertson Tierney. What I like the idea of sort of Robertson going to a certain point and then Tierney just overlap in the ball and let's whip it in. Same with the centre half for you, mate. I'm there. I have no confidence in that Scott McKenna. I don't know how he get his big move. Where was the hype about him? Same with Jack Henry. It was a decent goal. I know everyone's going on about it was a class goal, and that was a good goal, especially for a centre half, I suppose. Depending for the goal that we conceded, but that's where his bread and butter is. He should be doing better there. I'm not having a talk, as you say, with Davy Marshall. I know we've gone on about it before. He's not a hero. He did his job. He gets paid to make sure the ball doesn't go in the net. I'm not in that. For me, I'd start Craig Gordon. Craig Gordon's much better. But defensively, as you're saying, I'm with you there. I just feel like there's a bit of an issue there. For me, I think it's Cooper and Gallagher. I have more confidence in those two playing together. I think they've got much more better than putting Jack Henry in there or Scott McKenna on it.
I feel Cooper, any partnership he goes with, I think Cooper needs to be in there. Is the first centre back in my opinion anyway. Gallagher obviously plays his best football with Scotland. I can't look away at the fact of that. You've got players up there in the middle of the park as well. McGinn is what a player he is as well. So it's interesting for Scotland. A lot of good players. I'm just hoping it works out and hopefully get a good run the Euros because it'll be good for Scotland and I'm buzzing for it. So we'll go on to the next phase of the predictions then. I need to select continue then. Right, so that means the round of 16. I'll do all my round of 16 games, right? And then you do yours after that. So if my predictions are right, Belgium will play Poland. I see this being a really tight game. I see Belgium winning it though. I do. Turkey, Netherlands, and I can't talk all this about Turkey and not put them through, so I'm going to put Turkey through. I feel like Turkey, again, they're going to surprise a lot of people. France, Switzerland, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I think France, Croatia, Sweden, another tough one, pretty evenly matched, I feel, but I'd like to see Borna over Hollander there. We'll go with Croatia into that one. And that's very interesting. Spain, Scotland, that'd be such a great affair to put through. I'm going to put Scotland through. I'm going to go for it. Why not? And then Portugal, England. I feel Portugal will beat England. Austria, Germany. Controversial, but I'll put Germany through, and Italy will go through for me as well. So that's the way we're looking going into the quarterfinals. Belgium, Turkey, France, Croatia, Scotland, Portugal, and Germany, Italy for me. If that was the quarterfinals, I'd be really happy with that anyway. So There we go.
Here we go then, son. Let's get down to the bread and butter here. Well, there we go. There's my last lot going through. Let's continue. Right, here we go. Belgium. Do you know what it is? I think the Germans do him. I'm sorry, I don't think Belgium are that good, man. Italy go through there. Tell me, I'll tell you why, mate. See, honestly, as I say all the time, I think the Belgians are overhyped. As I said, with him as a manager, I don't see them doing anything. It's a
It also
fluke
never
that he
seems
got
to
that
work
job.
for Belgium. Like, the thing, I always backed Belgium in the 2016 Euros and then in the World Cup in 2018 because they were in their like golden era. All the players were in their prime. Like, you've got Hazard and all that. He's fell off recently. You've got like, Mertens is older now. Like, that's an aging team for me. And I feel if they had to win something, it would have been 2016 or 2018 World Cup for me. And I feel that I don't believe in them either.
No, I don't. And the only thing I could say is maybe Lukaku could carry them further on the tournament. What a footballer he's been for Inter Milan. But as we said, go to France, Denmark. It was the French, man. The French are so good. Don't know if you've seen that clip with Griezmann and Mbappe being at Newcastle. That was good, man. That's a tough game right there, by the way. That's a game where the Croatians could slip up, but do you know where it is? I'm going to go with the underdog in these tournaments. I tell you what, the underdog needs to do a Daniel Bryan here. Going with the Spanish there. I mean, I know they're going about Morata. I prefer the boy that plays for Villarreal. I know the Spanish are a bit unhappy.
Do you know
with
what?
some of the decisions.
I was having a look at the Spanish team. I like the only thing, as you were saying at the start, like with Spanish fans not being invested in Luis Enrique is because he picks so many players. He likes having a big pool of players apparently, but he just picks loads of players every time. The guy for Villarreal, Gerard Moreno, he surprised me. Really good striker this season. Performed really well against Man United. Took his chance. Like, that was really the one chance they had, and he scored it. So definitely with him. Ferran Torres, I feel, is still underrated. Only joined Man City this season. Still putting up the goals and the numbers after not having that many opportunities. Eric Garcia, like Aymeric Laporte. So for me, did Spain beat England? I don't know, but it's your picks. But I would love to see that game happen personally.
Well, I'll tell you why they beat them, because it's England in a tournament. It's not a friendly. England maybe in a friendly win it. It's England in a tournament. I can't see them winning it, mate, to be honest with you. I feel like everyone, Marcus Llorente, watch for him, man. I think he might be playing him out
right back, I heard.
but I don't know why he's doing that. If he's doing that, he's going to cost his country the tournament. You've got to play him full of force for me. But let's get back into it. I mean, I'm going from my heart here, man. Honestly, I know the Portuguese maybe, but maybe a Steve Clark masterclass.
Look at that Portuguese team, though.
It doesn't mean anything. How many times has Ronaldo cried at being at these tournaments, apart from when he won it? I love Ronaldo, but how many times has he been greeting when he's... Do you know what I mean? They should have beat the Greeks in the final. They never did they? So let's go for the heart here. Let's go for the heart. Watch this. We're not even going to... This is the hope that kills you with this country, I tell you that. I'm going Poland there. I don't think the Dutch are anything special. As you said, Frank King was not really that good a manager, but did he spend like one day at Crystal Palace or something?
I swear he was there for like a week maybe at tops and left, I know.
That is a tasty game, that, by the way. I'm going the Russians, mate. I don't know why. I've just got a feeling. I've got a feeling with them. I think their defence, I'm pretty sure, is pretty young. I think boy through Leicester's about their oldest defender. I just feel like the Russians are something at these tournaments, man. Watch this, they'll go out in the group stage. I'm hyping them up.
I know, but I feel like everybody that would look at the Euros always has a team, like just a wee sort of dark horse. For me this year, it's Turkey. For you, it's Russia. So we'll see how it goes. But that's your quarterfinals. Right, into the quarterfinals then now. So what I'm going with then, Belgium, Turkey. Turkey are making it far for me. As I said, look, if they finish top of the group, they've got a good pathway into it. Like, I feel like they could beat Netherlands and Belgium, but on the flip side, I feel like they could easily get beat. It's one of the things, but I'll go with Turkey. France, Croatia, a repeat of the 2018 World Cup final. France just have too much for me. Like, Karim Benzema's back in the fold, Mbappe's still there, Griezmann always performs at these tournaments. You look at N'Golo Kante, the season he's had, just stacked team. France beat Croatia for me. Unlucky born, son. I put Scotland through. I just feel it's going to be one too many for Scotland. I feel that Portugal will go through. But do you know what? As a Scotland fan, I'd take that. I'd take beating Spain, making it into the quarterfinals there as your first tournament in a long time. I feel like Portugal maybe, because of the group they're in, they're not getting enough credit as they deserve. Obviously, last time they won the tournament, it was a fluke. But looking at their team this time, it's stacked. Like João Felix, Ronaldo, Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes, Cancelo. That's just stacked. Germany, Italy. I think Germany, as you said, defensive issues. Italy are in that sort of stage where I feel they're rebuilding back up to be a superstar team. I'm going to Italy for that. So going into the semi-finals, that's what I've got. So on to you.
Here we go, Jackson. Let me get this set up right here. And we will go into the quarterfinals, isn't it?
Quarters.
Oh, that's a tough game. That's a penalty kick-out game there between Germany and Italy. I'm going to, do you know what, mate? I know people crap on Germany, but I'm going to go Germany semi-finalists. French, Spain v Scotland. I tell you what, I'm going to have to go Scotland there, mate. Screw it. Let's go with the hope here. I'm going with the hope. I told you I'm the underdog this time.
Fair enough.
Let's go for the underdog. Russia are doing it here. I'm telling you, mate. Russia. I don't know what it is about them. I know you've got Hungary, Turkey, but I feel something for this team. I tell you, I just think they
surprised a lot of people in the World Cup because although it was hosted in their country, like a lot of people didn't really look at them being like, oh, they'll make it far, and they ended up they did so.
But that's the thing with them. I think they're very, I don't want to say sneaky, but I think they're very. I don't know. I just think they're underdogs,
a tricky
mate.
Team
Like us, we're underdogs. Aye, they're tricky. Aye, that's the word I needed. Tricky. Well done, Jack. Spain, Scotland. I know I just went for the hope there straight away for Scotland, but I tell you what, I'm probably the same element as you. I can't really see us getting that. Maybe if we got to I'd take a quarters or I'd take a last 16. To be honest with you, that'd be fantastic. Do you know what? We'll go Spain. Right, there we go. Country's out. There we go for the great tournament. And we'll hand it back over to you, Mr. Hamilton, for the semi-finals.
For the semi-finals then. Right. So first off, Turkey, France. This France going to the final for me. I just don't see any way France don't reach the semi or final. In my opinion, they're just too strong. Like, seen at the 2018 World Cup as well, they just blew a lot of teams away, especially in the final as well with Croatia. They done them. Portugal, Italy. That's a tough game. Portugal, I feel like they're really, really strong. Ronaldo's maybe last Euros, who knows? But Italy, do I believe in Italy that much? I think I'm going to go Portugal. That's the final. 2016 final repeat, exactly that. I could go either way though. I feel France will get to the final. Portugal are strong for me as well. Obviously they're in the same group as well, so it'd be interesting to see them meet again. But I feel it's going to go. I think either Portugal or France get it to the final, definitely anyway. So that's me there.
No, that's a fair final, Jim. That's a fair final. Here we go. I can't believe I've put the Russians to go that far. I don't know what it is. I just believe that the Russians might do something.
I'll put Turkey in the semi, so
I think we're in agreement. There's no way France don't make it to the semis or the final, in my opinion. I just think that, as you say, they're too good. Karim Benzema, that's the one for me that's exciting to see him back in the team. I think playing alongside people like Mbappe, I know Real Madrid fans might get excited. I know you as a Liverpool fan will probably tell them pipe down. I don't even see that happening, but no, I just feel like that's exciting to see him in there. And I heard the other day, and I was in agreement with, when you think of world-class forwards, like nobody else puts him forward. It's always like Robert Lewandowski or whoever. Like nobody really puts Benzema forth. And I hope he does go and have a good tournament with the French, to be honest with you. He's a fantastic player. I've got to, man. I don't know what it is with Spain. I really do think if the manager's had his head screwed on and he doesn't play Marcus Llorente at right back and he plays him a bit more forth, and Morata doesn't miss his chances, they could have a decent tournament. But I mean, this is a predictor. This is me and you just guessing. Who knows what happened? Russia and Slovakia, maybe, you never know. Russians are over here. I think we're both in agreement that France are winning this, aren't we?
Right, so you're just going straight away, France win it?
I'll tell you right. Let me go into here. Right, I know this is we're doing the predictions here. As I say, with Scotland, I think there's a chance we can make it to the last 16 of the quarters. I just think there's something about us that we could hopefully do that. As I say with England, I honestly think England are going out early on. I don't see England doing it. I think the only thing they'll do is beat the Czechs, to be honest with you. I don't think they have that good a record against the Croatians. And I think just with the balls coming into the box, I don't think their defence and Pickford could handle that, to be honest with you, mate. Portuguese, I know when we had thing on last week, he was saying that the holders don't tend to do well, but Spain did the double when they've been in it, didn't they? So I don't know about that. But no, mate, I really just think France are too good. The talent they've got, I just think they're too good not to win this tournament, in my opinion.
Nah, fair take. Definitely a fair take. It'll be, if yours happens, interesting final, be Spain and France. But I'm left with the final answer. I'm going to go with France as well. Bit boring because you've just talked about them, but my Euro winners are France as well. For all the same reasons, Benzema's back. Their attacking threats are just out of this world with the amount of talent they've got available. Their midfield is stacked. Players they didn't even take to the tournament, like Jesus Christ, are stacked. Defence as good as ever. Kimpembe, Varane and stuff like that. So I think it'll be a good game. Portugal very well matched though. Pretty similar coming up there with France now. There's a lot of talent, a lot of depth behind their team now as well for what it was when they last won it. So as you're saying, I just don't see anywhere France don't at least make it to a final here. They're too strong, and I feel France for me end up winning the tournament. I'll save that, and we can revisit it at the end of the tournament. I feel France will get the revenge. Aye.
It'd be nice to hang with us, and as I say, mate, I just can't see anyone beating that team. As I say, I just think there'll be a couple of shockers. I know, who knows? What's it, Hungary? I know they could imagine they end up topping that group. And
no, exactly.
You know, some of the big boys. It's just, we're talking about the Dutch. I mean, I don't see the Dutch doing anything. I can't see them. I couldn't believe that game we were playing them. We should have been 3 or 4 up. I couldn't believe that. To me, I don't think Memphis was trying until he got the free kick or the goal, to be honest. I mean, I don't know. But as I was just going to be last wee rant, mate, sorry, but just for the Scotland, man, all I want to see, man, is just positivity for this tournament. It's nice that as a nation we can come together. Forget about club football. We all know about club football. That'll be back on, but it'd be nice to see us just come together as a country. Because do you know the national anthem, son? I want to hear you belt it out and sing it. I tell you that, paint your face.
I'm sorry, I can't sing for the video, but you never know. Maybe I will. I'll do a better job than Che Adams anyway at singing the national anthem. I'm kidding on. He's English anyway.
Aye, well, yeah, you know the national anthem, don't you?
Aye, of course I do.
Aye, well, that's good then, mate. I want to hear. Listen, I'm painting my face. I don't care. What MD says. This is about our nation coming together, mate. Gordon Strachan, the last tournament, should have made it. Killed me. That was my first experience of heartbreak with Scotland there, I tell you that. But no, man, I'm hoping the Rangers players can have a good tournaments as well. I hope Glenn Kamara doesn't have that good of a tournament because I want to keep a hold of him. Barisic, if Barisic is an excellent tournament, oh, please, all the bids come in. Take him. No, I'm only joking. I honestly, see if Barisic scores the winner against England, I'll love him. I won't even say anything bad against, honestly. But no, I'm excited for this tournament. First tournament as a Scotland fan we can actually look forward to. But as I say, mate, I'm going full Ultimate Warrior, man. I'm painting my face and the Ultimate Warrior music's coming on, man. Let's go. Let's do this, bad boy.
I respect it. I respect everything you're saying here. I'm glad you're looking forward to it because I'm as well. Looking forward to getting it kicked off on Friday with a really good game. Turkey, Italy. It's going to be a really two strong teams going at it. We'll see how good Turkey really are there, and maybe my prediction will be put to bed very early on. But looking forward to that one, and then we've got obviously I think 3 games every day now. So depending on when I'm working, I'll be able to see most of them. I'll record all the ones with the Rangers players in it if I can't see them anyway, so I can watch them back, and then we can do our Eurovision watch contest. Eurovision contest. Looking at all the Rangers players, how they performed, how we rate them, going forward. So we'll need to wait until all their games are done though.
Don't be forgetting. Hopefully, our boy Alfredo can get to play for Colombia as well.
I know it's been confirmed now. He's all right. He's clear to play. So
Alfredo, I hope he is. Maybe we stint over.
Aye, hopefully he can make an impact in the Colombian team. That'd be great to see for him. But not like you're wanting all the Rangers players to do better, but then you're like, oh, we don't want them to buy them.
I
But
know. I
so
know.
that's the problem with being a Rangers fan at these tournaments. But looking forward to the Euros regardless. Looking forward to seeing what talent's on show, breakout stars, flops, everybody. Looking forward to seeing Scotland and stuff like that. See what Scotland's like during the tournament because we've not seen it before. But anything else you'd like to touch on then before we round it up?
Aye, just before we go, mate, I've just been watching a sort of a couple of football and documentaries over the last couple of days for myself. Just watching them. I watched the recent Anton Ferdinand one. I watched that one. What a documentary that is. That's a real well done one. And I watched obviously Sir Alex Ferguson's documentary as well. Just couldn't believe it when we got to the Rangers bit. If you've seen it, you'll obviously know about it. If you've not seen it, you obviously you're in for a treat. I'll just say anyway. But I can't believe the reason why we let him go. To be honest with you. But I'd just been watching a couple of football and documentaries. I watched Cristiano's. BBC did one on Cristiano the other day. And I know some people may not like him or heavy Messi, Ronaldo debate, but you've got to respect the athlete. There's top five. I don't know about yourself, mate, but when I think about top athletes, hard-working, dedicated athletes, I think about Ronaldo. I think about your Michael Jordans. I think about your Kobe O'Briens. Your Roger Federer's, all these great athletes. But it's just, I don't know, mate. I'm just wanting the Euros to start right now. But I just thought I'd mention that. I've just been watching a couple of documentaries.
Keeping yourself busy with football documentaries, aye. Good stuff. I would agree with the Cristiano statement. Top athlete, really top dedicated pro. Real role model for everybody involved with football. So, aye, as you said, good way to end your wee talk there. Let's get the Euros on. Let's get to Friday. Let's get it started because I'm buzzing for it. And let's go for Scotland to get far in this tournament. Then let's go. But aye, that's all for the podcast today. I hope you enjoyed that wee bit of screen sharing. We've done our best to try and show it well, but for the YouTube, hopefully it comes off all right. If you're listening on Spotify, thanks for keep listening on every week. It's really much appreciated, and we'll be moving over to YouTube for the summer to do our videos strictly over there. So subscribe to our channel every other Saturday podcast, and that would be very much appreciated on our road to 200 subscribers. So thank you very much for listening, and let's go Scotland.